Yes! Yes! I'm looking at on Twitch!
I'm so mad.
I'm not! Oh, It didn't even last 24 hours. What an epic backfire for Twitch. Now, if you were following the story yesterday, Twitch basically came out and said, we're going to allow various states of unclothed people on our website because essentially people were already doing it. Essentially, okay? People were already, skirting the lines and simulating this and doing that and that. So essentially Twitch basically said like, well, we're just going to allow it as long as it's quote unquote artistic. Now, who defines what is art? Well, that is in the eye of the beholder, as one wise person once said. And so what you essentially got was an immediate flood of various artistic interpretations of said things. I assume there were some men who were, took their twig and, glued some googly eyes on it and had some fun, which resulted in basically the biggest and widest instantaneous ban wave I ever saw last night and an immediate backtrack. Who could have thought, who could have foreseen, Nintendo not liking their ads displaying next to some greasy dude, painting two cat girls sharing a double-ended, Now, I've got no problem with this content existing. I know some people do. And we're going to get into just how hilarious all this is after a quick word from this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, in current year, everyone basically has to have a VPN. It's a extremely versatile and now basically required tool of browsing the modern internet. And that's why I'm happy to be partnered with Private Internet Access and have been for over a year now. It's a VPN I use. It's a VPN I recommend to my friends and family. And I have a massive discount for my viewers. In short, a VPN allows you to change the location that you may be seen as browsing the internet from. This helps you unlock television shows and movies that might not be available in your area. It allows you to browse the internet anonymously. Heck, even right now, we just saw several countries, for example, Google and Meta are now blocking news in Canada. And well, how are you going to get your news? Well, you could change your location. VPN helps protect your privacy, secure your data, and bypass network blocks. It comes in extremely important all the time. That's why I have it on my computers, laptops, and mobile phones. Private Internet Access is an open source app with no usage logs, unlimited bandwidth, high-speed global server network, dedicated apps, powerful encryption, and 24/7 live support. Unlock the power of the internet and stay censorship-free by using my link in the description below and get yourself. If you don't already have VPN, Private Internet Access is the one I use on all my devices, so take advantage of their massive discount today. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Twitch is now rolling back their, quote, artistic spiciness policy changes. I mean, who could have foreseen this? Who could have foreseen this? We're making some additional updates to our spicy content policy. We realized that our earlier update caused confusion and appreciate all of the feedback we've received. Thanks for always coming together with us to help build the best version of Twitch. Moving forward, depictions of real or fiction spicy content won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature-rated video games. So you can play a video game that has some sort of spicy behavior in it. So undoubtedly someone's going to get on there and just find whatever, like the most degenerate video game that exists out there and play that. But like what happened was all these VTubers, these like people that don't have a face, they just have a digital avatar, flooded the site with full-blown Bobs and Vagine. Then you had artists. Hey, look, actually, I'm taking back those quotes. I still think whatever you draw, these spicy cartoons or whatever, I don't care about that. It's not for me, but, it's still an artistic skill, I suppose. I have no problem with it. And you have all these people. I got banned wrongly under new policy for drawing a character without any visible junk. This is your own responsibility for not thinking it through before establishing a new toss. Here's the thing. What happens when you get banned, from what I understand, is you actually lose all of your Twitch subs. These are your paying Twitch subscribers, and you have to restart that list when you get banned. Now I could be wrong about that, but that's what I've seen before. And you see, real or fictional spices won't be allowed on Twitch. Okay, in that case, then yeah, better actually ban all the hot tub streamers that pop up, or you won't, at least not effectively. Another L for artists, because they want to take advantage of the new rules by pretending not to read. I mean, the policies, I saw so many people. There's a Twitch feed that says, or there's a Twitter feed, X feed, that is for like banned streamers, and it was just popping off last night. I must have seen like 50 people get banned within, I don't know, 10 minutes. Effective today, we are rolling back the artistic spicy changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional unclothedness won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. You know why this happened? You want to know why this happened? Because any idiot could have seen this coming. Yet Nintendo didn't like their ads appearing next to this stuff. Well, Disney probably was fine with it. But there are many big companies that were immediately, I'm sure, on the phone with Twitch saying, like, what in the hell? Why? Mountain Dew is probably like, yo, like, Mountain Dew's all down with, with tentacle prawn or whatever, but it doesn't want its ads depicted next to it. Now, I want to be very clear about my position. I don't care that this content exists. Parents have a responsibility to monitor their children, okay? I think that is a fair counter argument. People said, oh, well, parents should watch their kids, blah, 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 blah. Man, that's true. That's 100% true. I think that the case of Twitch is a little more sensitive because it's not the same as your kid getting on the hub. When you look at your kid's browser history and you see they were on the hub, you know what they were doing, okay? When they're on Twitch, most parents would think they were just watching Minecraft videos. The other thing is, all of this nonsense was covered by well, you have to be at least 13 to sign up for Twitch. Yes, that's true, to sign up. However, all of the content was available in my experiments last night. I just checked a few of these streams. You didn't even have to be logged in to watch them. Meaning, Twitch was streaming this essentially prawn out to anybody with no login required. Yes, I know other websites are like that. I'm just saying parents didn't know that like Twitch is, now going to be flooded with this. Now, if Twitch wants to put out a communication and do some PR and let the world know that they're going to be a cam site now for whores, then more power to them. Then at least, parents know. I would ask that, if you have this kind of content, at least you require a login. But again, I understand you can go on X, you can go on YouTube, you can find this stuff anywhere. Okay. But the reality is it's different with Twitch because they're advertiser supported. So when you say I'm going to just allow a huge flood of, hentai and all this stuff on the website, how did you think that was going to go? Twitch reverts its guidelines after going, quote, too far. It took like 3 hours. It took like 3 hours for them to revert this. Upon reflection, we've decided that we went too far with this change, Clancy explained. Digital depictions of unclothedness present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it's hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. So effective today, we are rolling back the artistic changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional unclothedness won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. You know why? Because some advertiser picked up the phone and they were like, yo, absolutely not. And, by the way, you got some kid streaming, drawing Minecraft characters, sandwiched in between two people drawing big, bodacious boobs. Now, I'm a big fan of big, bodacious boobs, okay? But I'm just saying, you only have to be 13 or 16 or something like that to stream on Twitch, as far as I know. So now you're like mixed in with these same people that are, selling softcore prawn, okay? Again, that's up. I understand and I agree that parents need to parent their children, okay? They need to know what their kids doing on the internet. I agree with you all, the people that say that 100%. I also agree with the fact that Twitch is not a known kind of adult content website. So parents had no idea that this stuff is available for kids. I mean, there were like twerking contests last night with hundreds and hundreds of viewers. I'm sure all kids, right? There's no age gate to get in there. I'm just saying, like, at least require something, bro. And Twitch is like, on these approved app lists for kids, things of that nature. Of course, it says Clancy's statement on the matter explained that it would take a few days for the actual community guidelines to be properly updated, but it is now banned from the platform effective immediately, and apologized for what's been happening on Twitch for the past few days. While I wish we would have predicted this outcome, part of our job is making sure you didn't predict the outcome. You didn't think saying, hey, you can make a bunch of money on here, with twerking and all this other stuff. You didn't think people were going to show up? You didn't think people were going to come for that? To me, again, I don't care that it exists, and I think parents should parent their kid. I agree with that. But I also think Twitch has some sort of, at least some minimum requirement, given how many children they know that like knowingly use their website. Okay. Knowingly. You give them a little and the next day they draw animals with butt plugs. I mean, yeah, that's basically what happened. Everybody went in there. Sucks for the artists that were actually following the rules. This is why we can't have nice things. I mean, yeah. I think the reason the whole Twitch meta thing was because of all the streamers being half unclothed, and you opted to deliberately make it allowed, then roll back the changes for the artists. But the issue still stands here, and it's worse than before. I don't know if I can show this. Hold, please. Yeah, they're all fine here. So, I mean, you have all sorts of just degeneracy and just chatting. So, I mean, either allow all of it or none of it. It sounds like they're leaning towards none of it, which I think is good because I still view Twitch as a kid's website. It very clearly is targeted towards youths, and there's plenty of other places for that content to exist. That's just my opinion, okay? I'm not saying it should be a law. I'm not saying it's what they should do. I'm just saying if somebody at Twitch came to me and said, what do you think about this? I feel like there are other ways to make money, and that the short-term gains of allowing all these like e-whores on your website certainly did not. I mean, I would have been right too, because I guarantee you, this is advertisers calling and saying, yo, we are not, disable our ads immediately. We don't want to be next to this stuff. We don't want to be associated with this. When they say I advertise on Twitch and everyone's like, oh, that site where they're drawing all this degenerate stuff, or they have these girls doing that. That's what people, associate with Twitch. So I'm not surprised it backfired, and who could have predicted it? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.